Hello and welcome to another Modern Toy Fair review. Today I'm taking a look at the Valaverse Action Force Scarab. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the figure or just the line in general. This is kind of my first introduction to it. Also, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out here at the channel. And please make sure to check us out over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Modern Toy Fair. But that's enough chitter chatter. Let's go ahead and get at her. Okay, so first we are going to start with how the figure turned out. So you've got the helmet, which has this really cool, texture to it to give it almost like a digital, mesh, like it would, disappear when you press a button. And then you've got the metal mask that comes down into the shoulder pads and the little neck guard. You have all these grenades across the chest armor. And the chest armor itself is really cool. It's plated, and it has all of these, scrapes and scuffs, in it. Really, really detailed. You even have some details on the belt going around with all the notches. You've got the yellow straps that go down to the legs. On the arms, you do have these armor plates on the shoulders and the bicep, and then you have the yellow shirt underneath. And then you do have this yellow and silver plated forearm guard and some yellow and black on the hands. On the back of the armor, you do have a little peg hole there, and then more of those details. Got the sheath for his knife. You got some other spots there on the belt. And then the legs are borderline fully armored, and they have a ton of really high-tech detail in there. Got a nice shine to them. You got some yellow hints in there to kind of bring it all together. And the boots with the tread on the bottom. They put a lot of detail in these figures. Alright, on to articulation. So with the armor, obviously it's going to get in the way, but you do have some head tilt and swivel. It is on you can see a ball hinge there, so you can get a little bit of decent amount of up and then down. Let me pop that back on all the way. There we go. The arms don't quite make it out to 90. They are a little stiff. Make sure you heat this up because I actually bought a couple of them and the leg did break off, but they did replace it. You do have some rotation at the shoulder. You got the bicep swivel. You've got the hinge for the hands, and the armor does get a little in the way because it does go pretty deep in there, but you can usually finagle it. The chest plate on the armor does get in the way, but the body underneath does have an ab crunch, or I guess more of an ab swivel, so you can get a lot of rotation still out of it, but with how armored he is, you're probably not going to want to. The legs do go out to a little under 90. Like I was mentioning before, though, it did break at the hip for me, but they did send me a replacement part, so great on Valaverse for that. Does go all the way forward and back. You got the double joint knees, and then you've got the ankle articulation, which is pretty stiff, but you can get it in different directions. And you also, I think I mentioned the thigh cut as well. But yeah, considering, what this is, you can get him in some pretty good poses. Just make sure you heat him up first because you do not want to have any breaks. As for accessories, you have the closed fist. Gets you a little better look there at some of the sculpt on it. Then you have the knife holding hand and the gun cradling hand. And then you do have a handgun with that nice black and yellow. The knife with some really cool sculpt in there. And then the assault rifle with that yellow and black. And it also has, if I can get it out, a couple interchangeable mags. So that way you can kind of get some poses where they're either refilling them or what have you. And then, of course, you have the Action Force stand. And then for a quick size comparison, here he is with the Mafex Batman and Superman. You've got the Sentinel Spider-Man, which you can see he does scale a little bit bigger than all of them. Then, of course, you've got good old Jon Favreau over here from Marvel Legends, who's a little more on par with him. Let me get some of these guys out of the way, though. Get them. And then we're going to add in the Mafex Wolverine, which I think scales a little better just because Wolverine's supposed to be short. And then, of course, Marvel Legends Armadillo, just to show you with the Build-A-Figures. You can see just the massive height difference in all of them. And we can't leave out Super 7 Raphael as well if he decides to stand. He also scales pretty well with them just because realistically the turtles shouldn't be too tall. Then last up we have the box art, which is nothing too crazy. You've got this kind of dark blue and black going on the front with the Action Force logo. Got the Valaverse logos all over the place. Action Force on the side. Picture of the art for the figure. And flip it around on the bottom. You got the barcode and the don't choke on this stuff. And then on the back, you got that classic look of here's all the characters and then a bio down at the bottom that looks like you can cut it out. And all their social media tags. Okay, so overall, I am really impressed for the first time, getting a figure in the Action Force line. I mean, obviously I had the issue with the leg breaking off, but they did send me the replacement parts to fix it, and it was a pretty easy fix, so I'm not too mad about that. Ideally, you wouldn't have to fix it, but, it happens, and it's nice to actually see a company kind of take care of their customers when that kind of stuff happens. But the figure itself is absolutely stunning. It looks great. It's a really good line for army builders, and I mean that's why I'm in it. I'm in it to get some cannon fodder for my pictures, so that way all of my figures have a bunch of bad guys to fight. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, if you are already in the line, if you are thinking about it, if this pushed you one way or another. Let me know below, and then as always, please make sure to like and subscribe, and check us out over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Modern Toy Fair. And of course, don't forget to come visit us every Wednesday night live 10 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/Modern Toy Fair for Wednesday night only figs, where me, Jamar, and Nate go over our weekly toy hauls. But that's going to be it for this week's review. Hopefully we'll see you next week, same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.